I've seen some dudes sell $3,000 quit porn coaching, so you can be sure this method works. What's up everyone, I'm Molina, grew tweet hunter to $1.5 million a year in 15 months, and now I'm here to show you how to monetize, not grow a Twitter audience. Let's get started. Today we got a lot to cover. I'm gonna show you how to position your offer so you get more sales from Twitter without having to play the commodity game. Because at some point, offers start getting more ridiculous. There is a point in which you can only promise so much. You can only get somebody a certain kind of ROI, but then offers get crazier. The other day I saw a fitness offer that was about, I'm gonna make you lose 20 pounds in 12 weeks. And then this other dude said, I'm gonna help you lose 25 pounds in 12 weeks. And at some point, these offers just get kind of ridiculous. So I'm gonna show you how you can promise something that you're confident in delivering and that prospects will be happy to pay high ticket for. I've used these offers to sell 25K for ghostwriting. I've seen other guys sell it for 48K. I've seen some dudes sell $3,000 quit porn coaching. So you can be sure this method works, right? But you gotta do it the right way. So we're gonna cover 7 things. Then we'll actually craft the offer together on this video. And in the end, I'm gonna show you how to promote your offer. So if you're ready, let's get right to it. Number 1, let's break some false beliefs. When people say the offer is king, it all begins with the offer. That's half true. I wouldn't argue offer is the best thing, because imagine if you had the best offer in the world, but you were promoting it with people who are broke or who don't really see the value that you add, then no matter how good your offer is, they're never going to buy. There's gotta be something that you need to do before, and that is actually market picking. I would argue that market picking is the best skill over offer creation, because an A+ market with a B skill will make way more money than an A+ skill in a B market, simply because the people you're selling to are more prone to buy. Let's say you could choose between 2 competitive advantages. You're selling water. Maybe you have the best water in the world, and you could sell it to either people who are in a game, or you could sell it to people who are in a desert. Now, if these people are in a desert and they're dying of thirst, do you think they have an argument, or they'll argue with you if you tell them, hey, it's gonna be at a premium? You could sell the bottle for $50, for $1,000, they would still buy it. Because if you choose the right market, you could have an imperfect offer and still make good money. So how do we find this person? The first thing we ask ourselves is, what are our skills? What are we actually good at? And pay attention to how I'm asking this question. I'm not asking you, who can you serve? Now it's just, what are your skills and what are you genuinely good at? I'm not looking for, I'm good at ghostwriting for founders. It's just lead gen. It's just ghostwriting. This guy named Tyler from Twitter, he was really good at exploiting credit card points. That was his skill. He could look at your credit cards and know how you can get free trips, get you to buy better things on credit, and just increase your wealth through credit card points. And he was teaching to people who wanted to get out of debt. And I'm looking at this, I'm like, dude, you have such a great skill, but these guys are in debt, right? No wonder you're not making any money, because they can't pay you. What if you went to e-com stores spending $10,000 a day and tell them, yo, you're spending so much money on these credit cards. How about if you use your points to something else? You could multiply your money way more. So his positioning went from, I help people get out of debt with credit cards, to I make the rich richer through my credit card strategies. And they had no objection paying him on the call. Why? Because he chose the right market. But it all begins with skills. What are your skills? Take a piece of paper and write them down. What am I genuinely good at? Now, after we have the skills that we're actually good at, we ask the question the right way. Who on Twitter can benefit from this skill and can pay me the most? Most people only ask half the question. Now, if you were a ghostwriter, a lot of people could benefit from that skill. But who can pay you the most? And you craft that person. You see them, you talk to them, you give them a name, because that's gonna be your avatar. And don't get too caught up on this, because honestly, I've changed my positioning in my avatar maybe like 20 times. This is not something you need to kind of get right on the first try. Maybe you've had these stuff. Maybe you've said, I'm in the process of crafting an offer. I'm still waiting for things to click. What that language tells me is, I think there's only one way to succeed. Whereas in reality, if you see our business goal, which is making more money, and there's so many ways to get there, right? Everything works. The only thing that doesn't work is when you don't. So figure something out. And even though nobody has done it before, even though you haven't done it before, don't get too caught up on that, because everything works. Now we figure out, where are they? Let's say you were fishing. You could choose between having the best rod, it's got all the bells and whistles, or you could choose between being in a sea full of fish. Even if you didn't have the best rod, even if you didn't have the best bait, you would still catch some somebody, because more importantly than having the best rod is being in the right seat. So this is where I'm gonna take something straight off Russell Brunson's book. It's this one right here, Expert Secrets. What he mentions here is called the Dream 100. The Dream 100 is essentially asking from that person on Twitter who can benefit from that skill and pay you the most, who do they follow? And we're gonna create a list of 100 people. Now the cool thing about Twitter is, let's say you sold to e-com stores. Follow someone who an e-com store owner would follow. So you find them, and if you scroll a little bit, you're gonna find 3 recommended profiles. Those are 3 people who share a lot of followers with this person. So you right click, open a new tab, and what that will do is it'll show you another profile. So you do the same thing. You scroll down, you see those 3 little things, and you do it again and again and again and again. And if you do that for like 30 minutes or an hour, what you'll come up with is this huge array of people where your customer lies. They follow them. They're there. By doing that, you'll already set yourself as an advantage over everybody else, because what they're doing is they're figuring out, how do I craft the best offer? What you're doing is, where are the people who can pay me? And that is the right question to ask. So you craft a list of your dream 100 on Twitter. Step 5 is very simple. We figure out, what do they want? When I ask people to tell me, what does your customer want? They usually jump and tell me something with the word and that's wrong, because people don't really want 2 things, they want 1. When people say,
I struggle with my diet and I like to go to the gym,
what they're really saying is, I want to be lean. When people say,
I'm struggling to talk to girls, I don't know what I should do,
what they're really saying is, I just want a healthy relationship. So people really want 1 thing, but they say they want many things. Our job as entrepreneurs isn't to complicate, it's to simplify. Find out what the people truly want, and we label their North Star. What do they actually want? Like for me on Twitter, people didn't really want growth. You want to make money from Twitter. So what I help people do is monetize their Twitter. That's my North Star. So you figure out for your people, what is their North Star? The more things you add, the less compelling it is. So pick 1 thing so you can focus all your content on that. Step 6, and this is my favorite one, it's positioning. People follow other people because they're somewhat interested in what they have to offer, and they're disappointed at the current state of things. For example, you follow me or somebody else in my competition because you want to make money from Twitter, and you're currently dissatisfied with the money you're making from Twitter because you want to make more. Our job is to show them that our path is different, not better, because that's what your competition is doing. We want to show them something that's different. Why are there so many broke fitness coaches? They're all clearly competent because they post a picture that's like shirtless, right? And they look all good. But why are so many of them broke and so little of them get all the business? Because the guys that only post shirtless pictures and ask people to buy from them, they only show that their method is better. They never show that their method is different. People, when given 2 options, they will choose the method that's different, not better. So what is our job? It's to differentiate ourselves from our competition, and we ask the right question. Why haven't they achieved the result? So what I like to do is I like to grab pen and paper and split it in 2. On the left side, I'll write false beliefs. On the right side, I'll write missing pieces, because usually it's one of those 2 things that prevent you from reaching your dream outcome. I'll give you an example. What are some false beliefs in my market? Retweets will help. If you focus on viral threads, you will make money, and all you need is a good offer and you'll make money, right? Those are some false beliefs. Those are not true. What are some missing pieces that prevent you from reaching your full potential in Twitter monetization? Maybe you know how to do audience building, but you don't know audience monetization. Maybe you get enough traffic, but you don't have a strong enough offer. So right there, what I did is I wrote false beliefs and missing pieces that are keeping my target audience from reaching your dream outcome. And what you do now is you find the one that comes the most natural to you. So figure out what are the false beliefs and missing pieces in your market. Pick one that feels the most natural, that you can talk about, because honestly, you're gonna be here for years. And here's what that does. You're gonna figure out why people haven't achieved their dream outcome. And when you see your dream 100, which you're gonna engage with to 30 minutes to an hour every day, these people are gonna start seeing your profile. And because they're frustrated with the current solutions in the market and they see your stuff, they're gonna see, maybe I'm not making enough money because I focus on Twitter growth instead of Twitter monetization. When you have all these different positionings, you start seeing that it's not about having a cooler offer. It's about making it different. People don't just make buying decisions based on the outcome. They take buying decisions based on the path. you're gonna take them through. Take two fitness coaches, for example. He says, I'm gonna help you lose weight and you don't have to do cardio and you're gonna look lean. So he promises a certain result. And then there's another coach that says, hey, I'm gonna get you just as lean, if not leaner. And we're gonna do it through sprinting and cardio. Fuck that, like not happening. Like I'm not gonna buy from that guy. Your customers don't make decisions just based on the outcome. They make decisions based on the road. Which road do you wanna take them through? And now the last step, which is creating the actual offer. See how we didn't just jump right to the offer? That was intentional. Because if you just craft the offer, that's easy, right? You could just promise an ROI. You can just promise a fit body. But what you needed before the offer is knowing who can pay you, where are they, what makes you different. This is the back end work nobody does. Just the offer won't save you. Let's say you had a car and the car is your business. People believe that the offer is the motor of the car. That's why people say, hey, I crafted an offer, but it's not converting and I just don't know what's going on. The offer isn't the motor of the car. The offer are the wheels of the car. So what you're saying when you say, hey, I crafted an offer and I'm not selling is, hey, I put the wheels in the car, but it's not advancing. Well, no shit, you haven't turned it on. Now, when it comes to offers, I really use the Hormozy method, like just being real. Dream outcome, perceived likelihood of achievement, reduce the time delay, and reduce the effort and sacrifice. That's quite simple. Here's what's important here. You don't need to have a very complex offer. Like when I see offers that go, hey, you're gonna make this much money or your money back, and if not, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do this, and here's a guarantee. You're saying unnecessary things. The less you say, the better. Take McDonald's, for example. If they wanted to sell you a burger, what does a burger include? It's the bun, the lettuce, the tomato, the sauce, the sesame seeds. But what does McDonald's actually advertise? It just says barbecue, bacon, burger. Because McDonald's know a very simple business truth. They don't need to tell you everything about the offer for you to buy the offer. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna craft an offer stack. What is inside our offer that we can give people, and we're gonna test what are the things that people actually want. For example, one time I got on a call about tweeting clients and I was telling the guy just like for 10 minutes, hey, here's a presentation, here's what we're gonna do. And at the end, he just goes like, JK, very interesting. Good question. Do I get one-on-ones with you? I'm like, yeah. Oh, that's all I needed to know. Just send the invoice. I'm like, dude, I could have saved myself 15 minutes of presenting and stress because you don't need to tell people everything about your offer to get them to buy. So what do? We figure out what's the North Star and you already have it. And then you ask yourself, if you were to get that result for somebody, where do they start and what's next? So I'll give you my example. You start with the Twitter account. What's next? You need to position yourself. Great. What's next? You need to pick a market. And you come up with all these things that are next. And what you do is after that, you add a comma, but. I need to craft the positioning, but I don't know how to do it. I need to craft the offer, but I don't know how to charge high prices. And after you write the buts for each one, to solve them. I need to position yourself, but I don't know how to do it. I do it for you. We're creating a burger. We're creating everything. We're creating an offer stack. Do you need that offer stack? You might, because people buy for different reasons. Everybody buys for different reasons. Some people will buy coaching just because they want you to teach you their lessons that you give away for free. Some people buy coaching because they legit need coaching, so you just don't ever know. So what do? How do we promote this offer? After we have all the burger stack, we figure out what are the 2 to 3 things that are most important and most enticing and most sexy about our offer. And that is what you promote. Like guys, my tweeting clients offer, it's got like 20 different things. That's why I only say, hey, I'll take you to $30,000 a month. It's very simple. It's very concise. I've seen people make $100,000 a month just with the offer. I'll help you grow your e-com brand with SEO. That's it. That's all they have. The offer stack that you're gonna use on the sales call when they give you objections. But to get them on a sales call, you don't need to tell them everything. You just need to give them the little pieces. We're gonna cover how to do lead gen. We're gonna cover how to talk to people, how to actually get them to buy. But that's gonna be another video. So thanks for watching this video. Thank you for staying up to the end. If you enjoyed this, please share it with someone, like it and subscribe, and tell me what you want to learn next, because honestly, I got a shit ton of time now and I can just record videos. See y'all. And remember, likes and cash.